Hey, what up everybody, it's your favorite Asian robot. I'm preparing this video today because, okay, so let me just clarify this. Some people have been asking questions about the difference between Dauntless trial videos and the builds used in Dauntless trials, as well as the normal build videos that I do. And of course, some trolls from the Dauntless Reddit and the official, you know, the losers who want to take me down, trying to spread false information that you can just use a Dauntless trial build anywhere, you know. While you can, okay, I'm not gonna say it's not possible to do, because it is possible to use a trial build outside of a trial. I'm gonna actually go in depth and explain to you the difference between a trial build and a build that is designed for endgame, i.e. normal content, meaning hunting grounds, escalations, stuff like that, a normal endgame build. Okay, let's start with the Dauntless trial build. So a Dauntless trial build is often designed for a specific behemoth. In this case, this was this week's one, you should recognize it. It was designed for the Shadow Touch Drask. Let's take a look at the perks. The perks are, the majority of the perks, we're gonna, like, when I create these, I try to cram in as many perks that would bring it close to flawless as possible so that you can deal the maximum damage. Normally there would be Predator, Overpower. I chose a slightly different style this week because, like I said, when I design my trial builds, they're actually designed to help players clear the trial. Okay, not necessarily beat it at the fastest time. But you'll also notice that I fail to include any defensive cells in a trial build. Also, there was a slight inefficiency because I wanted the umbral defense, as I try to stack as much defense against the element of the behemoth that you're fighting as possible. And in this case, I tried to stack the Shroud helmet with the Rift Stalker legs, which would have given you a bit more of an umbral defense boost, right? So it results in one bit of inefficiency because Conduit exists in this build, where normally it is not applied to a build that doesn't run either Catalyst or Etheric Attunement. The other thing is that Dauntless trial builds always run Catalyst, right? Which makes them appear, which obviously is designed to maximize your strength in the trial, but in normal circumstances, and this is how a lot of people get fooled, Catalyst makes your build look powerful even when it might not be. Let's test the actual DPS, all right, of this build versus one of my endgame builds, which you may recognize later from its playstyle. Let's take a look first at the overall DPS of this build without relying on the lantern or anything else. Let's just test the raw DPS of this build. We'll go all the way to low stamina. All right. And we'll try and hit 50,000 damage ASAP. All right, so this is without any catalyst, level 19 chain blades right here. Okay. And you're gonna look at roughly about 2.2k DPS, you know, and that's without catalyst. That's already really high, which is why a lot of people say, yes, definitely Dauntless trial builds can be used in normal content. But let's take a chill pill moment. All right, let's take a chill pill moment. Let me just get rid of the extra buffs that are sitting here. All right, I don't want them screwing with the testing. All right, we're gonna remove that. Right, we're gonna switch over to a build that some of you may recognize. All right, now this build operates a little differently. So in order to start this off, we're gonna have to drain stamina first. Why? Because this one, some of you may recognize it already. Do you recognize it? Do you see it? Then you know it well. All right, this build is the one that was made very, very famous. Oh, unfortunately I screwed up on that jump, but you can already see that the DPS getting to about 50,000 is way higher, and that's without even fully draining my stamina. All right, it's already higher. Oh, I'm actually stuck in the training grounds. Wow, that's pretty cool. Dauntless bugs for the win. So how come this build is dealing more damage than the other build? Because the other build was designed for trials. Shouldn't a trial build be like the strongest there is? Yes and no. A trial build relies on catalyst, and also a trial build, like I said, is designed with the specific behemoth in mind. It is designed to kill that particular behemoth in the fastest time possible, not necessarily to give the most general damage, right? The training dummies help to show a neutral behemoth situation, and in that case, I was using me absolutely broken chain blades, the personal custom version, which I put out on YouTube. Again, you can check it out. Here, I rely on the Karabakh UE, which does so much damage initially, as well as the unlimited spins to have a higher DPS that I would not normally have in the Dauntless Trials. Why? Because in the Dauntless Trials, all right, I am structuring my playstyle differently, right? The Dauntless Trial is more focused on countering the element of the behemoth. This is why I didn't use the Karabakh, because losing the elemental bonus of the Chronovore in the Dauntless Trial build would have been a huge blow to my overall DPS. If I would have put in the Karabakh instead, against a neutral behemoth, you would have seen a much higher DPS count. But against the Trial behemoth, it would have been much lower. And without the elemental bonus, that's a no-go for Trials. You see, this is why Trial builds are built differently. They are built to help you take on the Trial behemoth. It is designed to kill the Shadow Touch Drask, not necessarily to do the best DPS in a random situation. However, when you switch to an endgame build, what it is designed to do is to give you the best possible advantage without having to change builds, because you're not fighting one behemoth. When you go to a hunting ground, there are multiple behemoths that you're going to encounter. You're going to encounter Heroic Koshai, Karabakh, Sporstruck Charg. It is designed to help you fight in these specific situations, not necessarily to do the best in that particular trial. Do you understand? So this is why it's so key for players to understand that when I make a trial build, of course they deal amazing damage, but don't fall for the Reddit propaganda. Don't fall for the idiots who are trying to troll you by telling you that yes, you can use trial builds everywhere. They want to get viewership for the people who do trials. Why? Because nobody cares about the top trial people. I have more subscribers than most of them. And that's a fact. Look, they can get mad at me all they want, but that's a fact. Nobody cares about who's the top, because it's different. A trial situation is a fight against one single behemoth, all right? Get mad at me all you like. Get upset at me all you like. Facts are facts. A trial is a fight against one behemoth with specific modifiers where you can plan an elemental advantage, take advantage of that, and work your perks around the elemental advantage. You can even have an elemental disadvantage if you want to, go full flawless, and then retry the trials as many times as you want. It's a hunt against a single behemoth. It's very different. In the real situations, in escalations, you don't fight one behemoth and then go back to Ramsgate. You don't, do you? You fight multiple behemoths, all of which could be of a random element. You don't know what's coming. You can't plan an elemental advantage against every single one of them. You can't switch gear midway. I mean, yeah, I guess you can in a hunting ground via the supply crate, but you're still losing time. That's why normal endgame builds, like most of my endgame builds, they're designed to save Slayer's time by ensuring that you guys get the best DPS in an average situation, in a neutral situation. You see? That's the difference. So I hope that explains the difference between a Dauntless trial build and why they cannot be used everywhere, and why a proper Asian robot build designed for endgame will always leave you in a better position than just following a trials build. Don't fall for what these people are trying to sell you. It is snake oil, and none of them will be able to prove that theirs works better. They can only showcase you clips, things like that. You try it for yourself, it's gonna fail, because they don't explain these principles to you guys. All right, so please remember that, and I hope this video helps clarify it. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to see more Dauntless content, I'm gonna encourage people to send super thanks, super chats, or join as a channel member. You can even send tips if you want to see more Dauntless content. Right now, as I've told several people on stream, I'm only going to be streaming it twice per week because it doesn't make enough money for me to stream it more days per week. All right, other days I'll be focusing on other content. So thank you guys very much, but don't worry, you guys will still get lots of videos. Last thing I want to do is just give my thanks to my lovely channel members who are making all of this possible. At our top tier, tier, we have our Plus Ultra fan, Death Dawning 982, also our top fan. Thank you very much. We have Miss Eve, Stephen Martin, Jerry Fast, Joshua Moritz, Rogue Assassin, Old Mr. Cream Puff, and Zach NFG. They're all prestige. Wonderful, wonderful people. Thank you so much for supporting me. Honored Robots, we have Marion Whiffling, Jacob Gabrick, Jammer Boy, Turtle Dove, Bob John, Nate the Great, Curtis Schussler, MjRiffle, Shadow, Corey Ryu, Benjamin Savage, Lady Neo, Anarchy Inc., Greasy Burger, Stefan Geyer, Killer Team Gaming, and Coda CMF. Thank you guys so much for supporting the content. And thank you to all our cool bots as well. Don't think I've forgotten about you. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it helps you out, and I'll see you on the next one, okay? Thank you.